to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
A shocking twist in court has flipped the internet upside down, and fans can't believe what just happened. Iman Shumpert has reportedly won full custody of his and Teyana Taylor's kids, and the news hit everyone like a freight train. Just moments after the judge delivered the verdict, Teyana Taylor broke down in tears in the courtroom, and the chaos behind the scenes has only made things more intense. For weeks, fans have been watching this custody battle closely, but no one saw this outcome coming. Social media is in a frenzy, and it's clear. Everyone's taking sides. How did things get this far? What convinced the judge to rule in Iman's favor? And what really happened when the cameras stopped rolling? The full story behind this emotional courtroom bombshell is one of love, heartbreak, and shocking accusations. Teyana and Iman's split was already full of drama, but the real storm began when custody talks turned ugly. According to sources close to the situation, both sides fought with everything they had to keep their children. Iman reportedly filed for primary custody first, raising concerns about Teyana's fast-paced lifestyle and alleged instability. Teyana's team clapped back, calling Iman controlling and emotionally distant. What followed was a courtroom battle that felt more like a Hollywood script, complete with crying testimonies, exposed text messages, and even home footage played as evidence. Both parents tried to prove they were the better fit, and neither was willing to back down. The legal tug-of-war went on for weeks, with the public hanging on to every leak and update. But when the gavel dropped, it was Iman who walked away with custody, and Teyana who was left stunned. Sources close to the case say the judge's decision wasn't random. It came down to one key factor: stability. Iman reportedly showed that his home was more grounded and consistent for the kids. He lives close to extended family, has a structured schedule, and recently took on most of the parenting duties. Teyana, meanwhile, was on tour, working on multiple projects and making headlines due to her rumored drama with actor Aaron Pierre. The court seemed to think the children were caught in too much chaos while with her. And though Teyana insisted she was fully present as a mother, the judge allegedly felt otherwise. Multiple insiders claim Iman came prepared with receipts, proof that he had been the main caregiver lately. Teyana, blindsided by the outcome, reportedly muttered under her breath, "This isn't right," as the judge finalized the ruling. But the judge made it clear. It was all about the children's best interest. As soon as the ruling was announced, Teyana couldn't hold back her emotions. Eyewitnesses say she broke down sobbing in the courtroom, her voice trembling as she cried, "This is not fair. He manipulated the system." Those present said it was heartbreaking to watch. Teyana didn't even stop to speak to the media outside. Her close friends say she's been devastated ever since, feeling like her world has shattered. Teyana has always prided herself on being a hands-on mom, and losing custody, especially so publicly, cut deep. Reports suggest she's already preparing to appeal the decision, determined to fight back and regain time with her kids. Behind closed doors, she's said to be emotionally drained, barely sleeping, and constantly crying. Some friends say she feels betrayed not only by the legal system, but by those she once trusted to support her through this. On the other hand, Iman appeared surprisingly composed when the judge ruled in his favor. There were no visible signs of emotion. He didn't smile triumphantly, nor did he shed tears of relief. He simply offered a slight nod in acknowledgement and quietly thanked the court before stepping away. To those in the courtroom, his demeanor seemed almost cold or robotic, but those who know him well say it was a mask. Behind that calm exterior, sources close to Iman reveal that he was overwhelmed with a sense of relief, something he hadn't felt in weeks. Privately, he's been telling friends that he finally feels as though justice has been served. After enduring what he described as a relentless smear campaign from Teyana's side, filled with half-truths, twisted narratives, and a flood of public judgment, he felt vindicated, if only momentarily. Since the court ruling, Iman hasn't given any official interviews or released formal statements to the press, but his online activity has spoken volumes. He's posted several vague, yet telling quotes across his social media accounts. Messages like, "God's timing is always right," and "sometimes silence wins the war," suggest he feels morally and spiritually justified, and perhaps even victorious in a quiet way. These posts haven't gone unnoticed by fans and followers, with many interpreting them as subtle jabs or coded messages directed at Teyana and her supporters. While he hasn't named anyone specifically, the timing and tone of his posts have kept people talking. Insiders close to Iman say he's trying to shift his focus away from the chaos and instead concentrate on his family life. According to these sources, he wants to create a peaceful and stable home environment, especially for the kids, who have been caught in the emotional crossfire of this very public battle. He's told people that he's tired of the drama and wants to move forward, not just for his own mental peace, but for the emotional well-being of his children. However, while he may be trying to turn the page, many observers don't believe this story is anywhere near its conclusion. In fact, some sources say Iman himself is anticipating another round of conflict, knowing that Teyana is not the kind of person who gives up easily, especially when it comes to her children. The court's decision has sparked intense reactions from both families, and much of that reaction has spilled into public view. Teyana's mother, who has consistently and fiercely defended her daughter, is reportedly furious with the ruling. She believes the judge ignored key pieces of evidence and was swayed by superficial impressions rather than hard facts. To her, the outcome wasn't just disappointing, it felt unjust. She has privately expressed that the judge may have shown bias, possibly influenced by Iman's public image or the legal team's presentation rather than the full story. Her frustration has made its way into subtle social media posts and offhand comments shared with friends, and while she hasn't gone fully public with her criticism, it's clear she's not staying silent either. On Iman's side, the response has been far more restrained, but no less passionate. His family members have largely avoided public commentary, perhaps in an effort to maintain dignity or avoid pouring fuel on the fire. Still, sources say they are quietly celebrating behind closed doors. According to someone close to the family, Iman's sister confided that her brother had only ever wanted one thing: to protect his children. "That's what matters now," she reportedly said, framing the ruling not as a win over Teyana, but as a victory for the children's safety and stability. Regardless of public tone, the divide between the families has grown deeper. These were once people who shared meals, vacations, and milestones together, and now they barely speak, if at all. This ongoing dispute has also sparked deep concern among extended relatives. Some believe the court's decision, regardless of intent, could cause long-lasting emotional damage to the children involved. The tension between the adults is impossible to hide, and even the most well-meaning family members fear that the kids are internalizing the conflict. On the other hand, there are those who think the ruling could offer a much-needed chance at stability, an opportunity to draw boundaries and establish a healthier environment moving forward. Either way, it's undeniable. The judgment has intensified a fracture that might never fully heal. Meanwhile, the fans are deeply divided, and the internet has become a digital battleground. Across Twitter, Instagram, and especially TikTok, people are taking sides with fierce loyalty. One group of supporters is rallying behind Iman, saying that he stepped up when his kids needed him most, and that the court recognized his consistent efforts to provide structure. These supporters argue that sometimes the quieter parent is the stronger one, and that Iman had been unfairly portrayed in the media leading up to the trial. They're using hashtags, creating tribute posts, and even defending his cryptic online messages as signs of quiet strength and spiritual maturity. On the other side, Teyana's fans are devastated and outraged. To them, this decision feels like a betrayal, not just of Teyana, but of all mothers who fight endlessly for their children while being misunderstood or misrepresented in courtrooms. Hashtags like Sog Justice for Teyana and Protect the Kids are trending, filled with emotional posts that highlight her sacrifices and her bond with her daughters. TikTok is flooded with montages of Teyana and her children, smiling, dancing, playing, all paired with captions calling for justice and fairness. Many fans believe that the recent drama involving Erin Pierre may have played a bigger role in the court's decision than anyone is openly admitting. They argue that her personal life was unfairly used against her, casting shadows on her parenting that had no real bearing on her capabilities as a mother. Despite the passionate opinions on both sides, there is a shared wish among many fans for the fighting to stop. People are begging both Iman and Teyana to shift their focus away from legal battles and personal resentment and toward co-parenting in a way that truly puts the children first. The public might be invested in the drama, but underneath all the speculation and noise is a very real concern for the emotional toll this conflict is taking on the most innocent parties involved. In the end, only those directly involved know the full truth behind the scenes. The rest of the world is piecing together fragments, court documents, social media posts, rumors, and interviews, trying to make sense of something deeply personal and painfully complex. What's certain is that this ruling has not ended the conflict. If anything, it has shifted it to a new chapter. And everyone watching, from fans to family members, knows that the next move could change everything once again. As for what's next, the battle is far from over. Sources confirm that Teyana is preparing to appeal the decision in the coming weeks, and this time, she's coming with a stronger legal team. Her strategy reportedly centers around the emotional connection she shares with her kids and how important her presence is to their development. Meanwhile, Iman is already moving forward with full-time custody. While Teyana is expected to receive scheduled visitation, those details are being kept under wraps for now. Therapists have been recommended for both parents and the children, as the court wants to prevent long-term emotional damage. But any slip-up, any violation of the agreement, could bring both parties back to court. This case isn't just about custody anymore. It's about pride, pain, and proving who deserves to lead the future of these kids. This entire situation has left fans heartbroken, shocked, and debating what's truly best for the children. Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert's once beautiful love story has turned into a painful public war. What began as a romantic partnership has now turned into a custody nightmare with no easy answers. Will Teyana get another chance to fight for her kids? Will Iman hold on to custody for good? Or will both sides finally come to a peaceful understanding before more damage is done? Let us know what you think down in the comments. Did the judge make the right decision? Or should this story have ended differently? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on this emotional roller coaster of a journey.